Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you the October Sew Sampler box. It is a monthly quilting subscription box that is put together by the Fat Quarter Shop. In the description box I will have a link to the Fat Quarter Shop's webpage so that you can find out more information regarding the Sew Sampler box, price, and generally the items that we receive each month in our box. So for this month, our theme was Safari. So I'm excited to open up and see what items we received this month that goes along with that theme. So here's our cover sheet. Okay, so this month they are just advertising the Vintage 2 book. It's now available for purchase on the Fat Quarter Shop's website. And this book is put together by Lori Holt of Be In My Bonnet. Okay, and this is our pamphlet that shows us everything that comes in the box. I never like to look at it. I always like to put it to the side. So this month we have this tin. I mean, it's nice. I usually don't like to really... I try to find the good out of everything in the box. Because, you know, I don't know, this may be a person's first box. And for them, they may need the tin. They may need the thread or whatever item that we receive. Although it's something that we receive quite a bit. Now, we usually do get quite a bit of tins in our boxes. So, I think I'm kind of done with tins. But, of course, you can put in here and make it a little sewing kit. If you hand sew, you can put needles in here, some thread, a needle threader, thimbles, extra sewing feet, things like that can go in here. If you have a lot of the wonder clips, you can throw those in here. If you want to store extra bobbins, that can go in here. So plenty of useful items can go in this box. And on the front it just says hello. It's not really quilted themed. So you can sit it, I don't know, by the on your dresser or in the nightstand and put like extra change in there, put like mints or something in there. So it doesn't have to be used just for quilting, but it is a nice tin. But we receive so many tins and containers. Next we have a Fat Eigth bundle. A Fat Eigth is a quilt cut that is 9 inches by the width of the fabric. So essentially it's half of a quarter cut. Now this line is called Adventure and it's by Elizabeth Hartman. And you're supposed to get 10 pieces with this Fat Eigth. So I'm just going to open it up and show you guys the cuts that we received. So I do like the color selection that they gave us for this month. And for each print, you get a solid of the same color, but the solid is the linen fabric. So these are the 10 cuts that we received in our Fat Eigth bundle. 5 prints and 5 solids. Okay, we also received a 2020 Kona Solids 365, a year of quilts and color. So it's a calendar, I believe, because this is 2020. So on the front, they give you a sample chart of all of the colors that are included that you can order from Kona Solids. Okay, this is nice. It came for each month. Let me zoom out a little bit. Each month they have a quilt, and the bottom are the swatches that will correlate with the quilt that's in the top. They'll also give you the name of the quilt, the designer, as well as the finished size up here in the corner. Okay, so this will be a nice reference guide if you use Kona Solids and you need to match it up with your project. So this would be a good thing to have and to use. Next, we received 5 strips of the sewing edge. It's a reusable vinyl that you can use on your sewing machine. So what you would do is you would position your needle first. I always generally try to position my needle first. Then I will measure over from the needle how far my seam allowance needs to be. If you're doing a fourth of a seam, a scant 1/4 if you are a sewer and maybe you need a 5/8 inch, or maybe you're doing a project that calls for a different seam allowance than what's normally used. From your needle position, you will measure over however far your seam allowance needs to be, and you will place your strip vertically at that point. And what you would do is when you're sewing, you would just run your fabric right along the edge of the strip, and it'll give you the accurate seam allowance that you need. So if you're not good with sewing accurate seams, this would be a good item to use. And then give you 5 strips. So if you have more than one sewing machine, you can place one on each sewing machine. It's not permanent. You can pick it up and reposition or adjust it or move it if you need to. So this is good to have. We haven't received one of these vinyl ones. We did receive, I think it was some sort of like seam allowance ruler or something like that at one point. So this is good to have. Okay, next we have VIP Pass. So this is 4 coupon codes. So I'm just going to read to you what we received. Inside there are 4 coupon codes. One to save 20% off Kona Cotton Solids, to save 20% off Ortho Thread. Another saves you 25% off of quilt patterns. And then there's a coupon code that with a $15 shippable purchase, you will receive a free yardstick box. So let me show you how that looks. This is the box. And this is while supplies last. So if you're ordering something and your total is $15 before tax, don't forget to use that coupon code to get that free yardstick box. And on the back, there is no coupon code, but they are advertising for 2 items on their website, 2 new items. One is called Pillow Talk. It's a new book by Aditya Starr of Laundry Basket Quilts. And then they also have log cabin paper that comes in a 6-inch and a 12-inch pad. So that's nice. Alright, and then we have our quilting project of the month. It is called Banana Leaves by Elizabeth Hartman. And the finished quilt measures 40 inches by 50 inches. And on the inside, they just give you the cutting and the sewing instructions. So if you would like to make this quilt, you will need to purchase additional fabric. It doesn't say, usually they'll give you like a finishing kit bundle with the items that you need, but they do not have that with this quilt. So you have to purchase each item individually. You'll need 1/4 of a yard for the leaves. This portion, the part that sticks out, the stem portion of the leaf. You'll need 1/4 of a yard for those. You will need 1 7/8 of a yard for your background, 2 3/4 yard for your backing, 1/2 a yard for your binding, and your batting will need to measure 44 by 54 inches. And the last thing that we received is our quilt block number 7 of the Goodness Grows Quilt Along, and it is called Nourish Yourself. So compared to the last two blocks, block 5 and 6 took a lot of cutting and a lot of piecing. But with this block number 7, we get a little bit of a break because you don't have as many cuts and pieces to sew together for this quilt block. It looks like you just have five cuts, so that is good. So we do get a nice little break. If you're a beginner and you're following along with the Goodness Grows Quilts Along, this should be an easier block for you to put together compared to block 5 and 6. So that is everything that we received in our box this month. Everything, it was a pretty good box. I won't do the monthly project. I do like the Sewer's Edge that they gave us. The Kona Solid reference calendar was nice. I won't use the calendar, but I may just have it, you know, lying around to use as a reference when picking out solids for a quilting project. I didn't like the container. It's cute and all, but we received so many different containers. And I definitely love the fabric. This is the first time that we have received linen fabric in our quilting box. Just to get linen fabric at all is different. So I really do like that they are incorporating something different into the box. Comment down below what you think of the items we received. Have you ever sewn or worked with linen fabric in a quilting project before? And I just hope you guys have a good week. And until next time, happy quilting!